it's Froggy, and I'm back again with another episode of Will a Wonderful World. So let's go ahead, open the post box, and get some new messages. We've got 2 red ones and a beige one. Let's do this guy. He's all on the side. The taste of the early summer. Oh, it's just you. Okay, you're alone. Cool. So we'll just do Li Wen. Okay. Sunday afternoon, the sun was warm and the smell of the flowers was dancing in the early summer wind. I was standing in front of the exhibition center waiting nervously. A few days ago, Mr. Wen had fainted in his apartment due to exhaustion. Fortunately, I had found him in time, otherwise the consequences would have been inconceivable. He gave me a ticket to the art exhibition today as a thank you. I had been so excited when I got the ticket that I had forgotten to ask if it was the only ticket that he had, or would he be coming too? It also happened to be my birthday. I had not celebrated my birthday in years, but I specifically put on my favorite dress before I left my apartment. As a matter of fact, I had never heard of the exhibition's artist. To be better prepared, I had visited dozens of bookstores just to find a book of his collection. Even as late as last night, I had been looking up his work online and hadn't gone to bed until it was almost daytime. I had set 7 alarms just to make sure that I wouldn't oversleep. At 1 p.m., the show had officially started. The line was getting shorter, but I still hadn't seen Mr. Wen. I took up my phone and hesitated, wondering whether or not to text him. Eventually, I decided not to. Another hour had passed, and I couldn't stop myself anymore, and I sent him a text. The art show today is really cool. Thank you so much for the ticket, Mr. Wen. I'm in the gift shop near the north entrance right now. They have a lot of cute little things here. Are you coming today too, Mr. Wen? Another hour had passed. It started to drizzle, and I sent him a text. It's raining. Remember to bring an umbrella with you if you are heading out, Mr. Wen. I wandered near the entrance, but I didn't want to walk too far away. Another hour had passed. There is a book signing at the west entrance right now. I just bought an art collection book. I think it's going to be sold out soon, Mr. Wen. Would you like me to buy you a copy? Another hour had passed. Mr. Wen, I'm about to head back. Thank you again. I waited until 5 o'clock, and he never showed up. Perhaps he only had 1 ticket in the first place. It was my fault for assuming too much. The rain had turned from a drizzle to a downpour. I walked home alone without an umbrella. I couldn't tell if it was because of the rain, but I cried. Li Wen. Aw. I don't think there was any obvious leads by reading this letter. In the story, how does the difference between the west entrance and the north entrance have an impact on the result?
Judging from the letter alone, you are right. We are unable to tell how they will impact the ending yet. But I would still encourage you to give it a try by switching their positions. Maybe then you'll see the effects in the new ending. Sometimes, you won't know for sure without trying.
So you mean that the clues might not just be in the original letters, but they might also be hidden inside the other endings that we unlock?
That's exactly right.
Okay, I couldn't send myself text. It's really cool. Thank you so much for the ticket, Mr. Wen. I'm at the gift shop near the north entrance, so we'll just switch these 2 around. Okay. I waited until 5 o'clock and he never showed up. I took off the Sir Spotty mascot costume and gave it back to the staff member at the west entrance. The staff member who had to take off earlier for an upset stomach kept thanking me. He said that if he hadn't found a stand-in before 4 p.m. that he would have lost his year-end bonus. The rain had turned from a drizzle to a downpour and I walked home alone, without an umbrella. Alright, well let's try that again. What if I move this here? There, this way she won't be caught in the rain at least. It was just past 5 o'clock. A garbage truck had a sudden flat tire on the road outside of the north entrance. There was garbage everywhere. The staff of the exhibition center put on their raincoats and ran down the stairs to pick up the trash. I decided to go and help out since I wasn't doing anything anyway. Lots of people walked by and took pictures of me with their phones. I struck a pose cooperatively with a victory gesture. Look at me, I'm the guardian of the environment, Sir Spotty. It was already 7 o'clock when we were finally done, and the exhibition had been over for a while by then. My phone's battery had run out. In the end, I didn't see him. I took off the Sir Spotty mascot costume and gave it back to the staff member at the west entrance. The staff member who had to take off for an upset stomach kept thanking me. He said that if he hadn't found a stand-in before 4 p.m., that he would have lost his year-end bonus. Rank A. Okay. We're getting closer. So what if I swap these two around? "6 o'clock, the rain had turned from a drizzle to a downpour. I was still in the Sir Spotty mascot costume, standing at the entrance. My phone's battery had run out. The exhibition was over. People are coming out of the exhibition center. Thank you so much for today. You can get out of the costume now. Again, you saved my life today. The staff member who had to take off early for an upset stomach kept thanking me. He said that if he hadn't found a stand-in, he would have lost his year-end bonus. I was just about to pull the mascot head off when someone bumped into me. I couldn't see anything with the head on. I only knew that I was falling down the stairs. Ouch, ouch, ouch. I finally stopped at the bottom of the stairs. I suspected that every bone in my body had been broken. I was sure that I must have looked pathetic, with the mud plastered all over myself. Are you okay? The voice sounded familiar, but I couldn't be sure because of the sound from the heavy rainfall. A powerful hand grabbed my arm and pulled me up. I took the mascot head off in a hurry. I saw in front of me that same casual outfit. He raised an umbrella over my head, but his shoulders were getting wet. We ordered 2 cups of hot cocoa from the cafe on the first floor of the exhibition center and sat at the table next to the window. The rain had become so heavy that we couldn't leave, but I was feeling like the luckiest girl on earth. He told me that the exhibition was organized for a friend of his. He didn't know I was still there until he had seen the text just a little while ago. There had been too many people at the entrance when he arrived, and he wouldn't have been able to find me if I had not been so eye-catching. So it was his friend's exhibition. He hadn't planned to come with me. Lightning suddenly flashed outside of the window, and all the lights went out in the cafe. A waiter came over to apologize. He lit up a candle and placed it on our table. The outside view became clearer now that it was darker inside. He turned and looked outside the window towards the blurry greenish mountain far away. He suddenly changed the topic. That mountain is called Shuanglong Mountain. In weather like this, you can see the most beautiful rainbow in the mountains when the rain stops. Have you ever painted it? I remembered the paintings in his apartment. The rainbow in his painting must be even more beautiful than the real one. But he shook his head. The most beautiful views can only live on in memories. I could see the candlelight flickering in his eyes. It was supposed to be the color of warmth, but I couldn't sense any temperature. A voice suddenly surfaced from deep within my heart, and it was overcoming my own self-control. I couldn't stop myself from blurting out the question. Mr. Wen, do you want to go home now? Sorry, I forgot. It's pretty late. Mr. Wen took his eyes away from the mountain, gave me an apologizing look, and reached for the umbrella next to our seats. No! Not that! Could I get a picture with you? What the hell was I talking about? I pulled out the phone in a hurry, but then I realized that the battery had run out quite a while ago. Ah, how embarrassing. I wanted to crawl into a hole. Mr. Wen took out his own phone instead and handed it to the waiter passing by. I held on to the cup of cocoa nervously and smiled like an idiot. 1, 2, 3, cheese. Let's take another one. Young lady, get a little closer to your boyfriend, please. What? Boyfriend? You don't understand. I mean, really. Before I could explain, the waiter had taken another picture. I turned my head towards him and he was so close. The first thing I did when I finally got home was plug in my phone. As soon as I turned it back on, I received a text from Mr. Wen. It was a photo. Later, I bought a brand new photo album. I printed the photo out and put it in the first page. It was the best birthday gift that I had ever gotten. Aw, she's in love with him. That's so cute. Like, I knew that she was gonna end up falling in love with him, and I feel really bad for Glasses Kid who can't catch a break. The king of tennis or whatever he's calling himself. But, this is cute. Alright, well, I think I'm gonna go ahead and end this episode here for today. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you want to see more videos from me, then don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Thanks for watching.